At some point, we all face the big question, where should I spend the final chapters of my life? For millions of older adults and their families, the decision between independent living, assisted living, and nursing homes is not just about bricks and buildings. It's about freedom, safety, dignity, and peace of mind. But here's the truth. No one tells you. There's no perfect answer. What works beautifully for one person can feel like a nightmare for another. And the wrong choice? It can lead to loneliness, stress, and regret that's hard to undo. That's why today, we're not giving you a one-size-fits-all answer. Instead, we'll walk through 8 essential questions, comparing the pros and cons of each option, so you can make the most informed decision for yourself or someone you love. We'll look at everything from medical care to emotional well-being, finances to family roles, independence to identity. You'll hear what actually matters most and what to watch out for before making a move. If you're at a crossroads or just want to plan ahead, this video might give you something even more valuable than information. It might give you clarity. So let's break it down. Here's what you need to know to answer the question. Independent living, assisted living, or nursing home. What's truly right for you? Level of independence. Independent living is ideal for seniors who are still active, mobile, and capable of managing their daily routines. You live in your own apartment or cottage, surrounded by peers, with access to community events, light housekeeping, and optional meals. Pros are maximum personal freedom, privacy, and a social setting without pressure. Cons are no medical support or personal care assistance, so if health declines, it may no longer work. Assisted living is designed for those who can still make most decisions, but need help with some daily tasks like bathing, medication, or dressing. Pros are balance between independence and safety. Staff is available, but residents retain freedom in many areas. Cons are that there are rules, schedules, and you may give up more privacy than expected. Nursing home geared toward individuals with significant medical or mobility challenges who need 24/7 supervision or skilled nursing care. Pros are full-time care, medical oversight, and safety in emergencies. Cons are often the most restrictive in terms of independence and personal autonomy. Your current ability to live independently is the foundation of this decision. If you're thriving solo, independent living may suit you. If basic tasks are becoming harder, assisted living could offer just the right support. If medical needs are serious, nursing care may be essential. Ask yourself, am I choosing a place that supports the way I want to live or limits it too soon? Support and daily assistance. When it comes to daily help like cooking, cleaning, managing medications, or getting dressed, the right level of support can make or break your experience. In independent living, most support is optional. You're expected to manage your own meals, hygiene, and routines, though some communities offer housekeeping, transportation, and light assistance. But if you start needing help every day, it might not be enough. Many people find themselves hiring private caregivers just to stay in this setting longer. In assisted living, support is built into the experience. You can get help with personal care, medication management, and meals, without giving up your own space or routine. Staff are trained to provide a balance, stepping in where needed, but not taking over everything. It's ideal for those who value independence, but don't want to struggle alone. In nursing homes, the assistance becomes more intensive and clinical. Here, support is not occasional, it's full-time. Staff manage meals, mobility, hygiene, medications, and health monitoring around the clock. This is often essential for people with chronic illnesses, mobility limitations, or cognitive decline. But that high level of help also means you'll have less control over how your day unfolds. The right fit comes down to how much help you need and how much control you want to keep. Too little support can be dangerous, but too much too soon can feel suffocating. The goal is to find the level that lets you live, not just exist. Medical needs and health monitoring. Your health doesn't just shape how you feel. It often determines where you can safely live. And that's where these three options really start to diverge. In independent living, medical care is largely self-managed. You handle your own doctor appointments, medications, and emergency plans. It's ideal for those in good health, with only minor conditions to manage. But if something serious happens, a fall, a stroke, a sudden illness, you're often on your own until help arrives. That delay can change everything. Assisted living adds a layer of protection. Staff are trained to monitor medications, respond to emergencies, and keep an eye on changes in your condition. They're not doctors, but they're alert. For people who have mild to moderate health issues, like diabetes, arthritis, or memory lapses, it's a comforting safety net. Medical oversight is present, but not overwhelming. In a nursing home, medical needs are front and center. Nurses are on-site 24/7, and doctors often do regular rounds. This level of care is designed for people with serious, ongoing conditions, like dementia, heart failure, or those recovering from surgery or injury. Everything from wound care to physical therapy is coordinated in one place. But that also means you're part of a medical system, not just a home. The real question is how much health support you truly need now, and how prepared you are if things change tomorrow. It's not just about where you are today, but how well that place can respond when the unexpected happens. Lifestyle, freedom, and activities. How you spend your days matters just as much as where you spend them. And when it comes to daily life, your routines, your choices, your joy, each living option offers a different rhythm. Independent living offers the most freedom by far. You can eat when you want, travel, host guests, pick up hobbies, and design each day as you please. Many communities offer fitness classes, social events, and outings, but there's no pressure to join. It's about maintaining your lifestyle, not adjusting it. If autonomy fuels your happiness, this might be your sweet spot. In assisted living, there's still a lot of flexibility, just with a bit more structure. Meals are often served at set times. Activities are scheduled. There's a calendar of events and opportunities to stay engaged, but you're not required to join. You can keep much of your freedom while also having help nearby if needed. It's a balance between independence and gentle support. Nursing homes, on the other hand, operate with more routines. Meals, bathing, medication times, they're often on a schedule. Activities exist, but they're generally simpler and tailored for those with mobility or cognitive challenges. Freedom is more limited, not out of neglect, but necessity. The focus shifts toward comfort and care, rather than independence and variety. Your lifestyle doesn't have to end with age, but it might need to adapt. The question is, do you want to shape your days, or do you need help making them manageable? Costs and financial considerations. Money may not buy happiness, but it definitely shapes your options in later life. Choosing between independent living, assisted living, or a nursing home often comes down to what you can afford, not just what you prefer. Independent living is usually the most affordable of the three. It's ideal for seniors who don't need daily medical care but want a safe, social environment. Rent, utilities, and some amenities are typically bundled together, making budgeting predictable. But medical care, meals, and transportation might be extra. So while the base cost is lower, add-ons can build up if needs grow over time. Assisted living falls in the middle range. Monthly costs often include room, meals, help with bathing, medications, and light housekeeping. It's more expensive than independent living, but it also offers a stronger safety net. Long-term care insurance or veterans benefits may cover some of the cost, but not always. And as care needs increase, so can the fees. Nursing homes are the most expensive option. With 24/7 medical care, skilled nursing staff, and complex health services, the costs can run $7,000 to $10,000 or more per month. Medicaid may help cover expenses, but eligibility and coverage vary by state. For many families, this level of care comes with financial strain and difficult decisions about selling assets or downsizing. Each option has its financial trade-offs. What's affordable today may shift with your health tomorrow. Planning ahead and being honest about your budget can prevent painful surprises later. Family involvement and expectations. Family plays a powerful role in the aging journey, as support, decision-makers, and sometimes caretakers. But the level of involvement can shift dramatically depending on which living option you choose. Independent living typically means families are less involved in day-to-day care. Loved ones might visit often, join events, or help with errands, but there's no expectation of hands-on caregiving. This can strengthen relationships, keeping interactions joyful rather than task-driven. But it also means that when emergencies or needs arise, families may be called on suddenly and with urgency. Assisted living strikes a balance. Families often remain part of the care loop, attending appointments, managing finances, or advocating for services, but the burden is shared with staff. This can ease tension and give adult children peace of mind, knowing their parent is supported. Still, some family members struggle with guilt or uncertainty, especially when they're no longer the primary helper. Nursing homes often create the widest emotional gap. With professional staff handling full-time care, some families pull back, visiting less frequently. This shift can be practical but emotionally complex. Aging parents may feel abandoned or put away, even if the choice was made with love. At the same time, children may wrestle with guilt, second-guessing if they made the right decision. No matter the setting, family involvement remains emotionally loaded. The right choice balances support with respect for everyone's limits, preserving dignity, love, and connection without overextending anyone's role. Long-term flexibility. Aging isn't linear, and what works today may not work tomorrow. That's why flexibility is key when choosing where and how to live in later life. Independent living offers the most freedom, but also the least built-in support. It's ideal for those who are active and healthy, but it may not adapt well to sudden changes in mobility or cognition. If health declines rapidly, the transition to assisted living or a nursing home can feel abrupt and emotionally jarring. Planning ahead knowing when to shift is essential, but often delayed until it's urgent. Assisted living allows more adaptability. Services can often scale up as needs increase. More help with medications, meals, or hygiene can be added gradually. This makes it a good middle ground. But it's not a forever solution for everyone. If someone becomes bedridden or develops advanced dementia, a move to a nursing home may still become necessary. That second move can be hard emotionally and physically. Nursing homes are typically the final stop. They're equipped to handle long-term, complex needs from round-the-clock care to end-of-life support. But because they're not designed for much independence or change, they offer the least flexibility. Once you're in, the decision is often permanent. Returning home is rare and difficult. Independent and assisted living allow for change and gradual transitions, but they require foresight and honest conversations. Nursing homes provide stability, but with that comes a finality. The best choice depends not only on your current health, but on how much change you're willing and able to manage. Emotional well-being and personal dignity. No matter how many services or amenities a place offers, if it doesn't feel emotionally safe or respectful, it won't feel like home. Independent living often supports emotional well-being through autonomy. You decide when to wake, what to eat, how to spend your time. That freedom reinforces a sense of dignity and control. But emotional health can quietly decline if you're isolated, especially after losing a spouse or friend group. Loneliness hides well behind clean kitchens and quiet afternoons. Assisted living strikes a balance. You receive help where needed with meals, medication, or mobility, but you still retain your daily rhythm and social choices. Many facilities have active community programs that help people stay connected and feel seen. Still, the emotional experience depends heavily on the culture of the place. A warm, respectful staff makes all the difference. A cold or overworked one can strip even simple acts of kindness. Nursing homes can be emotionally complex. For some, they bring relief, knowing help is always nearby. For others, it's the loss of privacy, independence, and control that erodes dignity. You may be dressed, bathed, and fed on someone else's schedule. If staff are compassionate, this can still feel dignified. But if care feels rushed or impersonal, residents may begin to feel invisible. Emotional well-being and dignity aren't luxuries, they are necessities. The right environment honors your preferences, supports your independence, and makes you feel human. That's not guaranteed by the type of facility, but by the people and values behind it. There's no one-size-fits-all answer when it comes to aging well. The right choice isn't just about care levels or cost. It's about your values, your health, your daily routines, your need for connection, safety, and dignity. Independent living gives you freedom and space to live as you choose, but it assumes you're still capable of managing most things alone. Assisted living steps in when you need a hand, without taking away your independence entirely. And nursing homes offer the highest level of care, but often at the cost of personal control and emotional ease. So ask yourself honestly, what do I need now, and what might I need next? Where will I feel most like myself, most at peace, most respected? Aging doesn't mean giving up who you are. It means choosing an environment that supports who you still want to be,